piece there from Play-Doh. I think you have enjoyed whatever was covered in that clip. All right, in the studio, I have the national director, of Camfed, Malawi. This one is Howdy Kuombola. Welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you very much.
All right, every year you usually do leadership and enrichment scholars camps.
Yes.
Maybe somebody's listening for the first time.
Okay.
You call them residential girls camps?
Yes.
Right? Okay. What are these?
These are moments where girls come together at one center with the sole purpose of unleashing their potential in leadership, as well as reaffirming their commitment towards education. So we want to enrich girls with the leadership skills. As you know, in the country, we want to support girls and women participation in leadership, as well as in the national development. So we bring girls together to start acquiring skills towards becoming leaders.
Who are these girls?
So these are secondary school girls that we support across the country in various public secondary schools. So we are bringing them together at one point. And this year we are targeting girls in Form 2.
Form 2.
Yes.
Could you give us a picture? How many girls is Camfed Malawi supporting, and how do you support them?
All right. So this year, Camfed Malawi is supporting 5,850 girls in various public secondary schools. But over the last 10 years, actually this year we're also celebrating our 10 years in Malawi. Over the last 10 years, we have supported over 45,000 girls in various secondary schools. Yes.
Wow, that's a big number. How could you say you have achieved what you want to achieve, or you have more time which you would want to just give more to Malawians?
No, significantly we are seeing a lot of achievements, and we are achieving. So as an organization, we look at supporting a person's life to transform them, to turn their tide of poverty. So moving someone from an intergenerational poverty to become self-reliant, economically independent.
You mean that when you want to assist or to put a girl in your program, you look at the background, the poverty lines. If they're, what criteria do you use?
So the main criteria is need. We would want to support girls and boys who are in situations of need. They would want to go to school, but maybe because of financial capabilities, they are unable to go to school. So we mainly focus on supporting those that are needed. And we are seeing really great transformation.
All right, let's go back to Leadership and Enrichment Scholars Camp, which is happening, I don't know when, this week, next week?
This camp is happening next week from Friday, 26th July, to the 2nd of August.
All right. What's there? Just shed more light. What are you going to be doing there?
So these camps are running in 4 centers. In Nzuzu, we are having the camps at Nzuzu Secondary School. There we are having 168 girls. And in Lilongwe, we are at Nalikule College of Education. There we are having 177 girls. In Blantyre, we are at Stella Maris Secondary School. We are having 278 girls. And in Zomba, we are at Mulunguzi Secondary School, where we are having 222 girls. So within these camps, we are having 4 key objectives. The first one is to start inculcating or disseminating leadership skills and allowing the girls to understand the potential they have to become leaders. And the second one, we are looking at expanding their portfolio of future opportunities. So taking them through a journey of life and understanding where they are going. So within there, we are bringing various role models, various young women who have really achieved significantly in their life, to speak to them, to motivate them, and to ensure that they acquire various portfolios. They understand what they can become in the future. And then we are also looking to support them academically in terms of how can they achieve their secondary school education undertakings and going into tertiary education and becoming other leaders, as well as venturing into entrepreneurship. And then lastly, we are looking at them knowing or understanding that they need to plow back or support the next person coming behind them.
So the factor is that they should support the other girls
And
that
the
are
other
coming.
girls.
That's the whole. What's the theme again? I think you told me about the themes that
Yeah.
you run. What's the theme for this year?
So this year we are looking at unleashing young women's potential for sustainable development. It's coming under the sustainable development goals as well, where we are looking at a young person should understand their leadership potential. Everyone has got a potential to be a leader in one capacity or the other. So we would want everyone else to understand their leadership potential and start really becoming or exercising their leadership potential wherever they are at whatever level, so that when they grow up, they can become effective leaders for systemic change in the country.
So how would you want the government and the community as a whole to help the girls so that they can develop into a potential leader, as you are saying that they can help in the development of the country?
We believe, and we have seen over the years we have operated in Malawi from 2009, that really educating a girl has got the transformative power of changing themselves, of changing the next generation, but also changing the whole community. We have seen girls who are coming from really rural backgrounds to changing their scope, their child life, becoming economically independent. So within these camps, we are also requesting the government as well as the community to support and provide space and opportunities for girls and young women to exercise their leadership, to become leaders, to support them to become economically independent. In so doing, we will change the course of the country, but also the course of the next generation.
Well, lastly, maybe you have your last remarks, and maybe when they see in the centers that you are talking about, if the community see the girls, what should they do?
My last word would be to encourage young women to aspire to do more, to become leaders. Don't be afraid. Don't look down upon yourself in the situation you are going through now. It's possible to change the scope. Specifically for these camps, we would want to invite various women, various role models, so to say, who have achieved significantly in their life, but also who have got an edge to really motivate young girls to come to these camps in Nzuzu, Blantyre, Lilongwe, or Zomba, whichever is closest to them, to speak to these girls. This is not an ordinary camp. It is a unique in its way, because we are looking at developing someone to start exercising their leadership now. So if we want to change Malawi, if we want to develop Malawi, these are the people who will develop Malawi, but they need to exercise developing Malawi from now, wherever they are. If they go back home, how do they exercise leadership over their fellow learners, over their fellow communities? How do they support them to understand sexual and reproductive health, to understand decision making, to understand cultural practices? So we would want them to start now, and that's where we are urging all young women and other women who have done well in society to come and speak to us within these camps.
Mr. Harold, thank you very much for coming to the program.
Thank you
I
so
hope
much.
you'll be coming and update us on the camps and other things.
Yes, the camps are running for a week. We'll be coming to update you, but also to just share with the wider Malawian population what these camps are achieving.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
I was talking to Mr. Harold Kuombola, the National Director for Camfed Malawi, on leadership and enrichment scholars camp happening from the 26th that week up to the end of that week. Thanks so much. We move on with Good Morning Malawi. Cholo Active Organization was supporting flood victims in Tie Ntukula. Chawezi Banda was there.